Hi, Megan. My name's John. I am partners with Nathan Watson, and he was getting a little slowed down by work, so I thought I'd help him out and do this video for him. Uh, we're going to go over a few things just involving your website and some of your competitors so you can see the difference and show what your top competitors are doing that you can also do. So the first thing is content. Content is what drives a website from the beginning, as well as backlinks. And we'll go over this stuff in just some minor details. I don't want to make the video too long, but content is king. So that means when I look at a website, typically, um, you want a lot of text like this. More established websites don't need it because they've established themselves by doing this earlier on and then changing it around. The thing is, we can take one of these websites. These are the top two competitors when you search for the keyword South Florida photographer. So when I type this into Google, these two are the top organic searches. Now you have a website like The Knot, which holds a bunch of different people on there, and they sell work to them, and they get a payment, a piece of it. So what happens? Hey Megan, my name's John. I'm partners with Nathan Watson. He posted in the South Florida photographers group. He's a little stacked up with work right now, so I'm going to help him out and walk you through this video. We're going to just go over some brief things that can help you and show you what your competitors are doing as well, so that you can see the comparison between uh, what they're doing and what you can do better. So when we take a look at a website, the first thing that we want to see is good content. Now, this is a beautiful website, and Wix does a really good job with what they provide. I've seen it time and time again. Um, how the website looks doesn't really necessarily have much to do with how it's going to perform and drive traffic. Uh, Case in point, I'll bring over our analysis tool here and show you what I mean. So when we pull up your website, your analytics aren't bringing in anything, unfortunately. Now, you have good domain authority, but that is strictly because your website is attached to Wix, and they have, as you might imagine, they have a pretty giant list of clientele. So it provides them with a lot of power. Now, we'll go over these stats in a little bit more detail later on in the video. Just wanted to show you the initial um, analysis of your website. So when we go into Google and type in, what we're looking for, like South Florida photographer here, excuse me, uh, it shows up a list of websites. The top would be an ad right here, and then what happens is we get this map pack right here, and then we have sites like The Knot, Angie's List, Home Advisor usually show up first, and then you have your first organic website. So these first two, Lara Rose and Andrea Harborn, are the two leading websites when it comes to this keyword. So what I'm going to do is show you the analysis of their websites, go over things in a little bit more detail, and talk about how they did this. So we look at Lara's, and we'll see, let's see here, go back here. I apologize. So we look at her metrics here. She's bringing in 156 people to her website per month, and that's she increased that by 5 compared to last refresh of this. She has 227 organic keywords that she's looking through and has 83 backlinks. Now, this is an important thing to distinguish. Only 83 backlinks with this many keywords and getting this much traffic. Now we look at Andrea's here, and the amount of backlinks is pretty dang high, but it's not bringing her too much more than what she has. Why is that? It's because the quality of her backlinks aren't as good as Lyra's. Now, we'll go over what keywords are and what backlinks are in just a second. When we go back and look at their websites, which we have right here, here's Lyra's, we want to see good content, like I spoke of earlier. Now, again, she's more well established, so she doesn't have to have all the text that you typically need to at the beginning. But phrases like South Florida photographer were in her website at some point, I guarantee it, and a number of other keywords because she knew what she was targeting. Google looked at her website once it was built and understood what it was trying to rank for. So once it knows what you want to rank for, you build up your backlinks. Your backlinks are you attaching your website, this link, to other websites that have something to do with your website. It's kind of like a popularity contest. So you add your website to another photographer related website and you'll get some of their power. Now, that's why there's a difference here in Lara and Andrea's, is she has a bunch of links that probably don't have anything to do with her website, but she has a massive volume of them, and it might just be making up for some of what she doesn't have. So again, Lara has a strong backlink profile, very, very high quality, versus a whole bunch. Some people get messed up by this. They'll pay someone too much money and will end up actually sinking their profile in the long run. It's always good to have strong, real backlinks that are associated with what you're doing. We're going to go back over to, actually, before we do that, I'll show you some of the keywords that we're looking at. You can see what people are searching for actively here in South Florida. You can see South Florida photographers has a volume of 250 people searching for it in the past month. Photographers in South Florida, 100 of those. Florida wedding photographer, 200. Wedding photographer South Florida, 60. South Florida photography, 70. So on and so on. Florida photographers, 100. It's important to note this because there are people searching for these terms and looking for people to get their services. These are high intent keywords. I would expect a decent amount of business to be made off of this. So it's important to know what's out there, and that's what we can do when we take a look at these websites with our tool. Going back into the search portion here on Google, when we go into here again, we'll take a look at, this isn't really a great example, but a lot of people when they search will do, search for a specific area and look for what they want. We see this map pack right here. It'll bring up, a preview of the area and, the top 3 choices of it. Now these get ranked separately from this, and it's done by 1, citations, which means essentially they have put their address in some directories all over the internet, and that drives a good portion of it. The other part of it is the amount of stars that they have, 5-star reviews they have. As you can see, it's not entirely all just built on the reviews and the strong profile. So we see 138 5-stars here, but only 10 here. So the citations are more than likely what's propelling this up to the top spot. And this is important because when people search for this on their mobile device, which most people, something like 70-80% of people do their web browsing now on their phone and not on their computer. So it's important to have a strong profile on this, as well as a strong website that's building backlinks and having good, strong content. A blog is another part of that. So if you have a good, strong blog and it's linked to your website, it can create content for you and drive more keywords to your website. Now, the backlinking is what's important. While you're making that strong content, you should have good strong backlinks going on, a couple a day, building towards that. Uh, that's how these websites get promoted to the top here, and Google trusts them more and more as that happens. And I want to make sure we go over this briefly as well. We saw the ads here at the top of the search, and these are surprisingly a strong source of clients and leads to bring in for your business. A lot of people think that ads don't really work that well. I'm here to tell you they do. I have experience with it, and it's actually kind of shocking. I, for one, never used to click on ads, and I would always, go past this and go down to whatever the first website I saw was. Um, I'm apparently in the minority on that now, and it's very, very useful. So Google and Facebook both have ad campaigns you can use and use it to generate leads towards your company. The thing is, they do like to take advantage of who they're getting money from to do those campaigns. And if you don't know what you're doing, it can be a money pit very quickly. Love to show you more on that if you're interested. We have some of our breakdowns of former photographers that we've worked with, and I'd be happy to show you some more of that. I'm going to wrap this up now. I know I've probably taken too much of your time already. If you want to get a hold of us, feel free to talk to Nathan there, and I hope we hear back from you. Have a wonderful day, and thank you.